Good morning. Hello. Welcome to Build Days. Happy October. Is this thing working? I think it is. I'm curious to see how many people show up for these because I don't usually stream in the morning. And it appears to be working on Twitch too. We're live on both platforms, so if you got Twitch Turbo instead of YouTube Premium or anything like that, and you want to avoid ads, or you just prefer Twitch, that is also available. Let me pause that so I don't screw up my bitrate. What's up, Mr. Esnov? Good to see ya. Happy October. Happy Build Days. I do want to say, close to the start of this thing, because I know most people that see this will be kind of like watching it as a podcast afterwards. Organization wise, in the Discord, there's the Build Days Creations channel, or like forum channel. I think what we're gonna do, plan on making a post for your project, and then each day reply to that post with your updates. So that way, like, each person's trajectory of 31 days stays in one thread, and it's a bit more organized that way. So do that if you're participating in the Discord. We've already got a lot of interesting stuff going on in there. I know I said I would review it on Saturdays, but we got the motorcycle jacket, music every day, scrapwood creations, robot head, Jawa restoration. Is that a Jawa? Oh, I thought it was like a Star Wars miniature or something. It's a motorcycle. Sick. Novel, live streams, miscellaneous terrain, video or photo a day. There's a lot of stuff going on already. Oh, the haunted house I'm psyched about. Lots of cool stuff in there. We'll look through it all properly on Saturdays, like I said. But the energy is here. I'm glad. Things are starting to build. I'm feeling motivated, feeling good. This stream did actually go live, right? I set this up in a slightly different way than I usually do. Okay, yeah, I see it on my other account, so I think we're good. I think YouTube changed how you can set up live streams. So now I don't have to like set a time that it's going to go live. I can just go live and it starts, which is nice. It's 11:26 a.m. here. I'm starting a little later than I planned to because one of my best friends that I've known since middle school has his birthday on October 1st, October 2nd. So we always are celebrating at the start of the month. So it's kind of rough to be trying to build a routine with all this. Well, you know, we were staying up till midnight to celebrate his birthday last night. So it is what it is. My goal is to do these at like 9 a.m. usually. But here we are today. It's a start. At least I'm here. Who's all in the chat? Alcyone, is that how you pronounce it? Good morning, happy build days. Planning to get in Discord VC? Maybe. Just got here. What are we doing today? I don't know how long I'll be live, because I do sort of have to catch up. Because I've already lost like 2 hours from where I planned to be today. But today's build, I actually got slightly ahead. In the last 2 or 3 days, I've been grinding big time, trying to figure out how to make videos faster. I think a big theme of this month for me. Also, let me know if the audio is bad. I'm trying new compressor settings. A big theme of this month for me is gonna be just trying to kill my perfectionism a little bit. You know, perfectionism's good, but only to a degree. and doing some thinking about the YouTube content that I like to watch. Um, a lot of times it hits a lot of the creators that I like where they're too precious about what they put out, when as a viewer I would enjoy it if they just posted more, even if it was a little less polished. And so I'm going to try to um, make that change for my own stuff, because I just know I think that's better. So, where was I going with that? How did I get on that tangent? What are we doing today? Oh, yeah, I was talking about um, how I got ahead a little bit. So, I think I have today's video mostly done. I want to post a video for the first, for sure. And that's a weird camera mod video. That ended up taking me 4 days to make, because the build was more complicated than I thought it was going to be. So I'm just getting better at trying to make stuff faster. Started with a little buffer. So the video that I'm recording today, I'm going to post tomorrow. And I'm going to try to keep up that buffer for a bit. And who knows if I'll actually post daily. Again, the goal is 11 days. I just want to beat last year, but I want to start strong, as strong as I possibly can. So if I can post on the first and the second, maybe the third, who knows how long, I will try to do that. Anyway, all that to say, the project that I'm filming today, I'm going to try to do a smaller project, just to get something out a little faster, get into the flow of making smaller videos. And that's going to be, I think, a fume extraction setup, because I have a lot of projects this month, or I guess one big project that's going to involve some kit bashing of plastic parts, 3D printed stuff, and I'll probably be like melting plastic together and stuff like that. So I want a good fume extraction setup, because an important part of keeping up momentum is also just keeping up your health, right? So I don't want to gas myself out, and both figuratively and literally. So I'm gonna hook something up to that window, probably use an old PC cooling fan, and run a little vent outside. Maybe an adjustable tube of some sort that can come right up to my workpiece, and it just sucks all the fumes straight out that window. I think that would be sick. So that's my goal for today's project. Also, I should say, for these morning live streams, I'm going to do it more breakfast with Bev style. If you weren't here for previous years, that was my daily video journal thing. So I'm going to be ranting more, and not necessarily reading every single live stream chat. It's like a live podcast, but with live feedback as well. That being said, now I'm going to read the comments. Happy birthday to your friend, indeed. And then it's my birthday tomorrow, 25. Your setup changed in a wild way from what it was in the beginning. Remembering that 2x4 in the elevator still gives me shivers. That's an OG right there. Got a notification through my email you were going live on Twitch, and YouTube didn't notify me. Oh, that's an interesting use case. Twitch notifications actually work. So follow the Twitch so you actually know when I'm going live, and then go to YouTube. That's an idea. If time is of the essence, make rough quality over quantity. Not a complete unedited footage, but nothing that complicates things and holding you back in time. Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to suffer quality during this month. I'm still a bit insane with things, and my standards for what is a video that gets published are too high. But yeah, I'm hoping to just do a lot more interesting small projects, I guess is the thing. Not lowering production quality, but splitting things into parts where applicable, and um, doing smaller builds as well for the month. That's the idea. 8:30 a.m. for me right now. Oh yeah, true. Time zones are weird. Yeah, West Coast it's 8:30 right now. So I guess if I if I go live at 9 a.m. every day, my time, that would be 6 a.m. It's always weird. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get a little crew going. We'll see who ends up being the regular folks here. I know it lines up strangely. I guess for Europe and Africa, that would work pretty well. Like 9 a.m. would end up 3, 4, 5 p.m. ish, something like that. So those people would be just getting off work. That would be late at night for Australians. I don't know, 9, 11 a.m. ish, something like that. I can't believe I'm on board with you for more than a year already. Time flies by fast as hell. I know. I know. I was looking back at some of my videos from last year, and I was talking about fixing the embroidery machine at that point. That feels like a couple months ago. Um, but tackling smaller projects here should allow me to make a big dent in my list of things that need to happen. I'm going to try to work on semester long school projects every day, more architecture stuff. Sick. Practicing graphic design this month for the challenge. I love it. Off topic question, but I'm not sure I've heard what your full time job is. If you still have one, it's off and on. So basically, I run my operation on as little money as possible. You'd be shocked at my budget. And I do it for as long as I can until I run out of money. And then I pick up a part time job and save up. Or just do videography gigs on the side. But at least for this month, I'm full time on YouTube. um, is the CRT for a video or just a random pickup? Yeah, I was filming something there. Um, that is for a video. There's a CRT video coming later this month. I filmed a little bit ahead on one other project, so the video I'm posting today is mostly done, and a small CRT project that'll be way later in the month. I filmed a couple things for because I needed to pre-film that one because there's like an art gallery that the CRTs are going to be in, and so that had to be prepped way ahead of time, obviously. CRT still work? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I did. Funny story. I mean, you'll see it when that video goes live, whenever that is. But I was doing some CRT repair, which is a scary thing, opening up a CRT and messing with stuff, because you can electrically shock yourself pretty dang bad. Um, that's a lot of volts in there. Um, but I wasn't thinking about it, and I was using my wireless mic transmission setup. You know how I usually have my mic clipped to my hat, and then it wirelessly transmits over to the camera. And the electron rays or whatever electromagnetic field from the CRT interfered with my with my wireless mic, and it ruined like an hour of audio, which is so annoying. But I should have saw it coming. It's either that or the microphones get really weird when they're low on battery. I don't know. Or a combination. Are you going to be finishing videos at 11:59 again? That wasn't good for sleep schedule last year. We'll see. I do not know. I have no idea. Happy build days to those who celebrate. Indeed. Again, since there's more people now, I said it at the start for anybody watching the VOD afterwards, but I should say again, anybody in the Discord, that Build Days Creations forum post, there was some uncertainty. I wanted to make the standard clear. The posts, make one post for your project, and then each day for your update, reply to that post. So that way each person's 31 days has like a nice neat thread, and it'll keep more things organized that way, and your stuff bumps back up to the top every time you update it. So that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, just keep running your post as a chain. Okay, I need breakfast. I need eggs. We're gonna see how this works, but I have a hot plate. And I'm gonna cook eggs in the studio by popular demand. The people wanted to see breakfast. So hopefully this doesn't blow anything up. Actually, I've never cooked on this hot plate before. I use this for mostly like fabric dye and stuff when I need to heat up a pot of dye. I don't think, actually no, I made burgers on it once, but I can't remember how hot each setting is, you know? So I might royally screw up these eggs. But we'll figure it out. We'll see. Do I have enough oil in there? I kind of need some more oil. I can't believe Build Days is going to coincide with your channel getting 100 million subscribers. I wish, bro. I wish. Hell yeah, cooking streams with Bev. Yes, sir. Breakfast with Bev. Been a huge fan of this channel. I think I might even go as saying it's my current fave. Really excited for this month's content. Thank you. I appreciate it. Breakfast with Bev, legendary return. Is the mic significantly quieter when I'm talking past it? There's a compressor, so it should be fixed, but... Cook them on the 3D printer's hot plate? That actually might work. Can't think of it off the top of my head, but 220 Celsius. How much Fahrenheit is that? I'm Googling it. I don't remember. 428. You could cook an egg on that, right? Daily October started. Looking forward to your first vid. Yup. That will be up today. Hopefully not super late, because I'm trying to film another one too. Audio sounds good close and far. Nice. That actually... Yeah, somebody start a clip channel. We need out of context Bev. I'll be right back. Give me 30 seconds. I need oil to cook this egg in. I'm back. Go. Let's try not to start a fire in the studio. But I'm sure this cooktop is safe. By the way, kitchen tip. I have these little like oil squirt bottles from Harbor Freight. I don't know if they're actually food safe, but I've been using them that way. So, eh. Oh, it's low density polyethylene. I feel like they use that. I know high density polyethylene is food safe, I think. Yes, low density polyethylene is considered food safe. Nice. So there you go. At Harbor Freight, I think it's like $3 and you get 3 of these bottles, and they're useful for like workshop stuff, but you can also just put cooking oil in them. And it's cheap. I feel like you'd pay like $10 for the same thing at a grocery store. Okay, this is getting hot fast. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with this hot plate. I did bring a plate though. I came prepared. I need like another mic on this desk so I can reach it farther. We'll go wider. I only have 2 eggs, folks. I need to go to the grocery store. I have 3 eggs every morning, without fail. I'm a man of habit. But today it's only going to be 2. That's unfortunate. This feels cursed. Cracking an egg on my workbench. But screw it. Oh yeah. That's a good temp, I feel like. Not bad. For the Breakfast with Bev return. Ooh, that's a bad crack. Let's see if I can save it. Yeah. Lovely. You know what though? I did not bring my seasonings up here. I need seasonings. Can't just be eating eggs straight. What up, everyone? What's up, Cato Craft? YouTube is so much better than Twitch. I can 2x the stream from the start until I caught up. Yeah, I agree. I agree. For certain stuff, Twitch is cool. For gaming stuff, there's more collaboration kind of features. But for the kind of stuff I do, doesn't really add anything for me. I'm making my coffee now. Gotta have my coffee. What's the TV about? Saw it on the Instagram story. I was just moving some TVs around. I'm helping my buddy out with art installation, and he needed a bunch of CRTs. So that's why there was a picture of this CRT sitting on my boat in my backyard. Their aggressive monetization is really uncool. Don't like Twitch. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, there's the coffee. What else is going on? What if you build an automatic build builder to automatically build a build? Isn't that just 3D printing? If you're on a PC, you can use browser extensions to speed up any media. Interesting. Evan Mon's my CRT dealer. No, literally. Like, I just rolled up, parked illegally downtown, and then my boys came out and they're like, yo, give me the goods. And then I gave them like 5 CRTs. Sped off. I'm truly the CRT dealer. What inspired you to start your channel? I've been debating starting one similar to this one, sort of makers type channel. I don't know. I've always enjoyed this stuff, and I just wanted to give it a shot, as seeing if I could make it an income, because I was just deeply unsatisfied with my career trajectory and college. And so I gave it the moonshot, and seems like it might work out. We aren't there yet, but we're getting there. Alright folks, egg flip time. First egg flip of the month. Will I end up with 2 fried eggs on my workbench? That was fine. Not incredible, but a decent flip. I'll give that one a 6 out of 10. We didn't lose any, but it wasn't the prettiest. Hey yo, want a CRT? Opens up trench coat full of CRTs. Yeah. I vote for you to create a segment on which every 10 minutes you show us something. Every 10 minutes you show us something random and cool from your studio. That could go on for a minute. That's a good idea though. What are those 3 big cinema cameras on top? They're old broadcast cameras. They record 480p. Or not even 480p, it's 480 interlaced. I feel like this light is really harsh on me. I need this one to angle differently. These will be in the video today. So watch today's upload. Once I finish it. I'll give you a sneak peek of the video rig. We have this. The lighting isn't great, I guess, but it's the Tiny Cam action camera modified thing with a broadcast lens from one of those cameras stuck together with a block of wood and PVC pipe. And it's functional. It's pretty cool. So that'll be today's video. I need to throw this on the charger actually. I killed it the other day. Or 2 days ago when I was filming. That looks so cursed. It really is. Just wait for the video. There's a lot of stupid stuff in that build. 480i is crunchy indeed. Form on the egg flip could use some work, but good overall. Listen, it's not every day you have to flip an egg on camera. This is why I'm subscribed. Hell yeah. When did you start creating your own music for your videos? Probably about a year ago, year and a half ago. That's when I started screwing around with it. But it's pretty easy because it's all just ambient. Super chill, mostly pads. Just synthy, reverb stuff. A couple days ago, I participated on a live stream for a band where we streamed with 3 analog handy cams connected with RCA. Sick. I love it. My stomach is grumbling. I need these eggs. So I gotta clean up the studio so that I can get to work on the project. I'm probably only gonna be live for like 1 hour. We're at 30 minutes. So we'll see if we actually start it on the stream or not. Maybe we can start gathering materials and theorizing on pulling together some ideas. I don't know. I think we'll probably power it off power tool batteries. I don't know. Maybe if I can find a power supply that spits out 12 volts or whatever a CPU fan will run on. If I can get a power supply that runs that, that could be the route, because then I don't have to worry about batteries dying. Since it is a fume extractor, you know, it's probably going to be running for a couple hours at a time. These eggs are looking nice. What else does that project need? Probably a simple wooden frame. Just something framed up right there to hold the fan. And then like a short section of venting, maybe with a block on the end of it. So like, imagine there's a CPU fan here, and then a tube that comes out with a block at the end of it, and I can place that wherever I'm soldering or working with plastics or whatever, and it'll just suck all that straight out the window. I think that's the idea. But I guess it also shouldn't be permanent, because I still need to be able to close the window. So there needs to be an aspect of it that can come out. It can't all be rigid and built into the workbench. Sawdust on the eggs might taste good. I think you can link a video. I think you can post YouTube links in the live stream. I'm not sure. Also, I'm looking to copy your drill battery for camera, but for V-mount. Nice, nice. I think I may do a revamped version later, because I wasn't really aware of how V-mount D-tap works. But like a lot of those D-tap to like Sony batteries will have a voltage regulator in them, and at least the nice ones like the Condor Blue one can take up to, I think that one takes up to 26 volts in, which means I could rebuild the thing without needing a voltage step down at all in it. It could just be straight wired to a D-tap from a 20 volt battery, and then just use the Condor Blue D-tap to Sony battery adapter, which would be super simple. That's one of the things on the short list for this month, though. Alright, I might have screwed this up slightly. The difference between setting 2 and setting 3 on this stove top is a lot. Heat 2 was not hot enough, and heat 3 was too hot. To make soft eggs, at least. Egg reveal, egg reveal. Just on a spatula. They're nice and soft on the top, but they're a little crispy on the bottom. And I need seasoning. No. Long time to cook eggs for. Yeah, I cook them slow. Usually. Let me get my seasoning. I'll be right back. Actually, I'm just gonna season them. Give me 30 seconds. It's hard to keep track of cooking and talking to a camera at the same time. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot the eggs were there. It doesn't help that I'm cooking in my workshop too, I guess. That's not a very regular occurrence. What else is going on? I feel like there was something I was talking about that I was going to continue on. Oh, the voltage regulator thing. The drill battery camera. Thanks for hanging out, Esnov. Yeah, that's one of the videos that may get tackled this month, is a V2 of the battery adapter. But I have been using that. It's actually on the camera right now, the one you're looking through. I used to just power everything off the wall all the time. But now I've been using the big ol' Harbor Freight batteries. This should get unplugged. And yeah, it lasts for incredibly long. I've been enjoying having less wires everywhere in my studio. I think whenever I do the revamp, probably as a separate video actually, I'm going to run my big studio light off 20 volt batteries as well. So that way that doesn't have a cable dragging around the room. And slowly I can get rid of some of my cable management mess. Because it used to be like the whole time I'm filming, I'm moving the camera around and I'm moving the light around, and then they'd slowly just tangle each other. So it's already way better than it was, but could be even better than that. You know what? Those eggs aren't too bad. They're a little crispy on the bottom. Egg reveal, egg reveal. But look, they're still a bit runny. Not as much as I would have liked because I was distracted. But, you know what? I'll eat them. I also don't have black pepper today. I gotta hit the grocery store before I dive into work too much. Alright, what else is going on? Next, build a Tesla coil to power all my gear. Yeah, just wireless power transmission through the air. Why not? What else? Actually, what's the weather today? Because that will affect my strategy a little bit. Low 80s. Kind of hot, but not that bad. So I think the move for this fume extractor is just build the frame in the window first that can come out, and then build the hookup for the desk. I need to find that dryer vent stuff. I'm going to sort of do the same concept that I did for the fume extractor on the injection molder, where I used some old 3-inch dryer vent with fans. That actually worked pretty well. I think it got cut out of the injection molding video, but it was funny. The generator and just being on the side of the road in general were so loud that I couldn't hear whether or not the exhaust fans were running. So at some point during the process, they stopped. It killed the Milwaukee battery, and that stopped running for like half the time. But when it was running, it was working nicely. It's too hot for October. It really is. What time is it over there? It is day 1 here. It is noon on the 1st. Curious about what's on the injection molder. Like physically, what's on top of it? That's the belt sander, and then my palm sander. And then there's a bunch of boxes over there. That's something else we'll tackle during this month is kind of revamping that corner. I bought myself so much space when I moved the shelves around because the filing cabinets were back there. I'm considering just taking this exact excuse me, this exact desk size and height and everything and just extending it all the way to the wall. That may be the plan. I'm putting my hat on. I gotta get in filming mode. Are my wireless mics charging? Yes. I hope I don't have any issues with my audio today. Also, where the heck do you keep your clothes? I don't know if you've noticed, but I wear exactly the same thing every day. I just have like a bunch of t-shirts and a couple pairs of pants, so it really doesn't take up that much space if you have like a daily uniform, because I just need like a week's worth of stuff to hold me over till I do laundry. So it's in that closet. It just doesn't take up the whole closet. And the reason I wear a uniform is because then I can splice in video a lot easier. Like if some shot is completely screwed up and I have to re-record something, or I need another shot of me explaining something, I don't have to like change clothes to be looking the same as I did that day. I can just do it. You can't eat eggs without Tabasco, bro? Illegal? That's a good point. What am I thinking? I do put chili powder on them for some spice, but yeah, sometimes I'm a hot sauce guy, sometimes I'm not when it comes to breakfast. Why is there a multimeter on my floor? I gotta clean this place up, man. Freaking wire wraps on the ground. So much stuff everywhere. I'm probably not gonna record the video I'm doing today on the live stream. I'll shut this off here in a minute because I'm already sort of behind where I wanted to be today. This needs to go away for now. Ooh, eggs in a tortilla, that's good too. A little breakfast wrap. Just finished a coffee table I was building today, and honestly I was impressed on how it turned out to be. Nice. Woodworking is really satisfying. You ever buy anything new? Good question. Rarely. I mean, a lot of cheap tools, obviously. Like clamps and stuff like that. Anything under $50 that I can get at the Harbor Freight or Lowe's or whatever, I'll buy new. But expensive stuff, I buy basically everything used. I think the only piece of camera gear, actually I don't think I've ever bought any camera stuff new except for my tripod. My travel tripod I bought new. My bigger tripod I bought used. Technically my main camera was new in box, but I bought it secondhand off eBay, so saved $100, $200 that way. But you know what's funny is when I bought that FX30 2 years ago, it cost less than it costs today 2 years later, because I think they raised the MSRP because of tariffs. So it's like I'll get articles in my feed of like Sony FX30 is on a huge sale, and it's like $1,800 or something when I paid $1,400 2 years ago. You know, it's crazy. Same thing with the Osmo Pocket 3. Weird. Or not weird, I guess. We know why. It's unfortunate, but whatever. That's the way it is at the moment. You know what? There is a side effect of that that's kind of cool, though, is I feel like brands are being better about actually firmware updating their older cameras, because it's less efficient for them to import new models, so they're trying to get more people to buy the old ones by firmware updating. And I think that's a cool side effect. Creator combo used to be $500, now it's $700. Damn. What's your favorite power tool brand, and if you could be sponsored, which one? Harbor Freight, man. I was gonna say DeWalt. I mean, I'm a DeWalt guy, but Harbor Freight gets it done. If I wanted to be sponsored, like the amount of times that I have authentically just promoted Harbor Freight because it's good, it's a lot. So, you know, Bauer tools. And that could happen one day. I could see a future in a few years where Harbor Freight sends me some stuff. Hopefully. That would be awesome. How long have I been going? 49 minutes. I'm going to shut this stream off here soon. Uniforms remove the mental burden of choosing clothes. I'm trying to decide what to make today. That is true. It's one less thing that you have to do in the morning. I have all my camera gear used and didn't have any problem except some fungus on a Rokinon lens. It was easy to clean. Yeah, for real. You can save so much money that way. Oh yeah, I guess technically the Sirui lenses I got were new, but that was a sponsor. I didn't buy those, so Don't know if that counts. And they were on a clearance sale, so it's like it wasn't new prices anyway. Even if there is stuff that I want to buy new, a lot of times I'll just wait a couple of years. Don't buy the newest thing. Wait till the next version comes out and then buy it, because then you get the cheaper prices. And you know what? Being 2 years behind on tech really ain't that bad. I think it's crazy how companies have convinced people that, I mean, this is not a hot take, but that companies have convinced people that they need things that came out this year. Having the latest iPhone should be considered a luxury, not a normal thing to do. First time tuning into any live stream, been very fun, looking forward to the next. Thank you. I'll be doing this every day, and slowly I'll figure out the format of what these daily live streams are going to look like. Maybe it'll be less responding to chat. I might come in with topics and just kind of record them like a live little podcast of whatever's on my mind in the morning. But I don't know. I like this general format today. I yapped for 20 minutes, responded to some questions, talked plans. I think that works pretty good. But yeah, at the end of the day, I have no idea what I'm doing either. I'm just trying to, put some energy out in the world. This was chill. It was indeed. Yeah. Anything else I want to say? New video today. Camera video. Don't know when it'll go up. Depends on a lot of things. We'll see. We'll see how this first week goes for me. I'm going to do my best. Actually, I think tomorrow on the live stream, I want to rant a bit about burnout and my plans for not burning out this year, of which I don't really have a plan yet, but I'll think about it for tomorrow. Because every year before this, I've kind of started suffering at day 14, 15, and then make a comeback for the final week. And I would kind of like to explore how I could possibly avoid that, and how y'all can avoid that too. So, I don't know. Topic for tomorrow might be about burnout, and just approaching this first week strong. If anybody has thoughts on that topic, actually, just put them in. Feel free to talk about it in the Discord Build Days chat, because I'm curious myself, but I don't know. I'll think about it throughout today. Looking forward to it. The action cam has been a content machine. It really has. Would be fun to see a live of you working on a project. I will work towards that too. I'm already pushing myself a lot. That might be a November thing. Because I'm trying to stream here, but also put out a lot of it. We'll see. I have no idea what my motivation and energy will look like a week from today, even 4 days from today. So, I don't know. That could be doable. Alright, I keep saying I'm going to stop the stream, and then I don't stop the stream. So, that's it. Look forward to a video today. Thank you all for the support. And I will be in Discord. Peace.